I work at Consumer Reports Auto Test Center as the automotive safety engineer. I've been working here at CR for 5 years now, and I specialize in crash injury biomechanics. I work on the car seat evaluation team, and I also do the rear seat evaluation for our test vehicles.
What's kind of your feeling and takeaway just from what we know based on the research that's been going on?
So I think it's really important for us to remember that all the advances that have been made in crash safety so far have truly benefited everyone who is in the vehicle. There's a lot of different things that have been put into place in vehicles since we first started having cars out on the road, right? You have seatbelts, you have airbags, crumple zones, a lot of passive safety features and even newer active safety features that have been implemented that really have benefited everyone. However, there is still more work to be done in this field. So we can fine-tune the safety design so that it better addresses a wider group of the population so that these vulnerable occupants and these vulnerable demographics, such as seniors, women, children, are better addressed, and so that the restraint systems and the vehicle design can provide equal crash safety across the board.
As a woman yourself, what do these findings, I guess, mean to you? I mean, I assume that you ride in cars and drive. I mean, did that really hit home when you see, that number, especially from that recent University of Virginia study, where women are almost, 75%, more likely to be injured, belted in the front seat? I mean, just for you personally, as a woman in this area, I mean, what did that mean to you to see that number?
I mean, as always, when you see the stats, it can be a little shocking at first. As an engineer, someone who works in injury biomechanics and has done all of my research in the automotive space, though, I understand some of the nuances a little bit better, so perhaps it wasn't as shocking for me personally, but it does highlight what we already know in the field. We know that women are not built the same way as men. We know that there are really important physiological and material differences in the way that our bodies are designed and versus men's bodies and how they're going to respond differently in a crash that needs to be taken into account. And there are some automakers that have done so. However, we need to see this across the board. And in order for that to happen, we really do need an average sized female crash test dummy. And not just size, I know I said size, but it needs to be designed to represent the material properties even of an average female so that you can provide that crash equity.
On a local level, if I'm telling the story, to the soccer mom here in Colorado Springs that does drive a lot, throughout the year, taking kids to school, to practice, things like that, I mean, what do you think should be, the takeaway for those folks? And is there anything on a local level that we could be doing, to try to help inspire that change as well?
So I think on a practical level, right, what you can do to impact your own level of safety every single day is, for starters, wear your seatbelt. That is the biggest thing, because even with the advancements that are going to be coming and we're hoping to see in the vehicles, if you're not wearing your seatbelt, you're not going to even be getting the basic amount of safety that is necessary. So we really strongly encourage seatbelt use for all passengers at all times, no matter how short the trip is. And also just, ensuring that, you can be reaching out, at an advocacy level, you can be reaching out to your state representatives and really trying to show how much this matters to you as a local consumer, as a person who drives around and is driving their families around. I think we have the ability, especially in this day and age, to do these grassroots types of campaigns, but they really do have an impact. But I would definitely say, we encourage seatbelt use. That is the biggest thing that you can do right now for yourself.
I'm just curious what it means to you to know that, a local news station in Colorado Springs is willing to, dig deep into an issue like this that could potentially, impact the safety of so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that you guys are taking this initiative. Traffic injury prevention is really important to me because I think it is something that affects everyday people every single day of their lives. They're getting into some mode of transportation. And so globally, there is this idea of Vision Zero, where we want to reduce traffic fatality and injury to zero in the U.S. and across the world. And I think that it's great that at a local level, you guys are really trying to drive home that change where you have the most impact. And I would couple even what I said to you earlier about what can be done locally. Obviously for personal use, you can make the step of wearing your seatbelt, but you can also, appeal to your state legislator to make sure that there are primary enforcement seatbelt laws for both your front and rear passengers. That makes a huge difference. In states where there is primary enforcement laws, we've seen greater belt usage. And just even small steps like that make a huge deal when it comes to automotive safety and just, reducing your own risk of injury.